What's going on, Gangatrons? I have 35 minutes to film because I'm doing laundry right now. Today's episode is not featuring a Celsius, but I did have one earlier today, and it's Fuji Apple Pear, of course. I've been absolutely locked in today. I saw Liz for maybe 30 seconds. That was the only human interaction I had today. I was locked in, got a physics exam tomorrow, got a dynamics exam Wednesday, got a thermo exam next Monday, got a DiffyQ exam next Thursday. Also have a circuits quiz this Friday, also have a math quiz this Thursday. So basically, it never ends. It actually never ends. And also, yeah, the lighting's going to piss me off. What the lighting's going to do is make me really mad. And also the ice in my water bottle. I forgot to put ice in this. Now I'm mad. It's fine. But no Dr. Pepper. Seeing as it is 9:04 p.m. So we're just going water. I also have not had a Dr. Pepper since the Thursday of spring break. So yet to have a Dr. Pepper, which is like great for my health. But also, yeah, I do have 37 Dr. Peppers in my fridge. Not an exaggeration, by the way. Genuinely, there is 37. Actually, you know what? It's a lie, is that 12 of them are not in my fridge. So you do the math. 37 minus 12. 25. Let me check. Yep. It's going to be 25. Just had to make sure it didn't change. 25 are in my fridge. 12 are not. 37 total. So, if you're watching this and you're in Cleveland and you are feeling like a Dr. Pepper, I almost just said my room out loud. That's stupid. Just, hit me up. I got one for you. Hopefully you can see Job. You can. Also, you can see Barack Obama. Love him. I don't know that you can see Charlie XCX because my water bottle is blocking it. Also, the plant is kind of also blocking it. Anyways, I really have no idea what I'm going to talk about. My brain is dead at the moment because I have just only thought about quantum mechanics for like 12 hours today now. So I can't think. And what's awesome about quantum mechanics is not only is it like super difficult just as a concept, when I have a question about how things work, not even the scientists know the answer because quantum mechanics is still like people don't really know that much about it. So a lot of my questions, unfortunately, are going unanswered, which I don't like. If you can't answer my gajillion questions, it's hopeless. So this exam's going to be rough. But in 24 hours from now, I'll be free from it, and it'll be okay. And then also, it actually won't be okay because then I'll be stressing about dynamics. And then after dynamics, I'm just going to be stressing about thermo. And then after thermo, after dynamics, I'm going to stress about math. Then after math, I'm going to stress about circuits. Then after circuits, I'm going to stress about thermo. Then after thermo, I'm stressing about math again. And then after math, I'm stressing about circuits. So, awesome. But it's okay. The good thing about this is that the exams are in the order of how I want to get them over with, right? Physics I don't want to take. Then dynamics is the second one I don't want to take. And then after that I don't want to take thermo, and then after that, actually I mess with differential equations. So I don't mind that exam. But the first exam in DiffyQ sucked, and it was on my birthday, and the professor was evil, and he made it really difficult for absolutely no reason. Speaking of my math professor, I was on a run the other day, and I ran by him, and I was listening to Gangnam Style as I ran by my math professor. And yeah, I listened to Gangnam Style. It's a good song, and I don't want to hear anyone make fun of me. The production, fantastic. I bet you the lyrics are phenomenal. I only know Hey Sexy Lady because that's the only part that's really in English. But I'm sure the lyrics are phenomenal. The rhythm is fantastic. There's a dance you can do with it. Like, it's a good song. Lately when I've been running, so when I'm kind of bored of just like listening to a playlist. So running, here's the thing about running, is it sucks. I hate the build up to it. I hate when I'm doing it, but then after, it's like what I imagine like doing cocaine feels like. It's like I experience a high like never before. And I am always in such a fantastic mood. I don't believe that runner's high when you're running is a thing. I think those people are lying and mentally ill. But runner's high post-run high, I do believe in that because I experience it. And how the world works is if I don't experience something, then it's not true. And when I do experience something, it is true. And so I completely forgot where I was going with that story, to be honest. What was I talking? When I am running, what the heck? Guys, physics fried my brain. Oh, when I'm running, I kind of got bored of just like, putting on my like clubbing playlist. So I listened to a podcast, and the podcasts I listened to were like funny ones. Like I don't listen to a podcast to learn because what the heck? I'm already doing that every day with quantum mechanics, and it's stupid. It's actually not stupid. It's interesting when I know what's going on. And I do have a deep love for physics. However, quantum mechanics, I never really know what's going on, so therefore I don't like it. But when I do start to understand it, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Einstein was kind of onto something. But anyways, I listen to like funny podcasts, but I feel ridiculous when I run to them because I'm low-key kind of giggling to myself as I'm running, and people are probably like, that girl is actually insane and needs help. And so I just personally am trying not to present myself in that fashion, so I kind of am trying to calm down on listening to podcasts. So now my thing has been I listen to the same song on repeat when I'm running. And I focus, like, I spend the first time, like, focusing on the lyrics. Then I spend, like, the second time trying to listen to the production. Then I spend, like, the third time trying to listen to sounds I've never heard before in the song. And, like, in Gangnam Style, there's just always something new that I didn't notice before. And it kind of has actually, pre-listening to the same song over and over again on the run, I genuinely believe that Gangnam Style is a fantastic song. But post listening to it like 8 times in a row on a run has really opened my eyes to the fact that that song is like actually perfect. Like everything about it, all the noises and the music, and it's a fantastic song. And yeah, it's just a good song, and I'm kind of tired of like, it being like a silly song that nobody wants to listen to. I think it's fantastic. It's really good. This water is really cold. I don't really know. Oh, it's 9/11. Okay, it's 9:12. I don't really know what else to talk about. Oh, big news. I cut my screen time down last week. I forget what it was before, but it was bad and it was embarrassingly high number. Like it was not something to be proud of at all. But I got my screen time down under 5 hours last week. It was barely under 5 hours. It was like 4 hours 52 minutes or something. But now my goal is I want under 4 hours next week. I want to start doing under 4 hours a day on my phone. And I feel like I got that. Because I really have no need to be on my phone so much. And I am really proud of myself for cutting it down. I think that's down like half. I cut it in half. I think my screen time might have used to be like 8 or 9 hours. So to get it under 5 is quite the achievement. To help myself kind of get it under 4, I set my screen time for Instagram to 1 hour a day, and I don't have TikTok or any other social media, so it was just kind of Instagram taking up a lot of the time. YouTube also takes up a lot of time, but it's like I watch it when I'm eating lunch, like I try not to use it too much as a distraction. Also, I listen to my ASMR on YouTube on my phone, so that does kind of mess with my screen time. But because I haven't been wanting to mess with my screen time, I haven't been listening to as much ASMR, which is unfortunate because I do love ASMR, but not the weird stuff. I like it when people tap on stuff super slow. Like, I don't like when people eat, that's disgusting. I don't need to hear that. It actually makes me really mad, and I get really grossed out. But yeah, I'm trying to cut down on my screen time, and I'm really proud of myself for doing it. In the same way of, like, on the same topic of being proud of myself, I am not proud of myself today because today was the first time I didn't set a new record on my mile. However, I'm trying not to be hard on myself because obviously, it's not going to get better every day because that's, like, impossible. Because, like, it's not like I run a 4-minute mile right now, but I'm, like, the record mile is, like, what, 4.5 minutes or something? I don't really know. I literally just made that number up off the top of my head, but it's probably around that. But, like, say if I even was at that point, like, if I somehow got there, there would be no way. I can't run a mile in 2 minutes. Like, that's not possible. So at some point, the progress is going to slow down. And unfortunately, today was that limit. Yesterday, I ran a 7:45 mile for my first mile that I ran, and that was, like, the best I had done. And then today, not only did I not beat the time, I was actually quite slow. I ran 8 minutes. And so to be 15 whole seconds off was actually, that really hurt. But I didn't walk at all for the rest of my run today. And I've been taking a bit of a walk break almost every day, especially on my longer ones. But today I ran a bit of a longer one than I normally do, and I did not walk at all. So to make up for the fact that I didn't beat my mile time for the first time since running again, the fact that I didn't walk at all, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll be okay. Protein journey TM, I've been doing pretty good. Yesterday was bad. The only protein I had was from Dino Nuggets. I had 4 of those. They were fire, and I paid $5 for them, so they better have been fire. But did not have much protein yesterday. For dinner, I had fettuccine alfredo, so that's gonna go ahead and that's gonna have no protein. But other than that, I've been doing pretty good. Today, for lunch, on the weekends for lunch, I don't, like, eat with people. I normally just eat by myself. And so I save my Greek yogurt for that. So I have Greek yogurt, a little bit of like, I have, like, the sun butter stuff, a little bit of oats, a little bit of organic honey. Mix that all together, and that's quite proteinous. Then for dinner today, I had 2 pieces of chicken and, like, a pork, bean, and rice bowl. And then I didn't even eat that much rice because the lady gave me so much pork and I was trying to eat it all, that by the time I hit the rice, I was like, I can't eat anymore, actually. But the chicken today, I don't know if I was just really hungry after my run, and I ate dinner a little later than I normally do, but I was really craving that chicken, and it was pretty fire. The cord is stuck around my foot. Trying to think of what else happened this week. I pied Ava yesterday, and I did it in a very respectful manner because I'm nice. I paid $3 for that. I really need water. I'm sorry. I'm trying to drink 3 of these a day. I think I probably said this last week. Trying to drink 3 of these a day. It's difficult. I'm constantly peeing, and then it makes me not want to drink water. But then, for some reason, when I get in the habit of drinking water, my body becomes really used to drinking a lot of water in the sense of thirst. So when I don't, it doesn't seem to get used to it in the sense of bladder control because I'm constantly peeing. But in the sense of thirst, I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense. When I consistently drink water, I become thirsty so easily. So then it's like I'm trapped in the cycle of needing to drink water, or else I'll feel really thirsty if I don't. And so I don't even know what I'm saying, to be honest. I don't know what I just said. I'm sorry. I don't really know what else I did this week. Did not put anything in my notes app. I've been forgetting to do that. Had a lot of hard-boiled eggs this week. I had 12 hard-boiled eggs this week, and they were all in the span of 24 hours. And it's just the dining hall doesn't really have hard-boiled eggs that often, and I love hard-boiled eggs, and especially as someone who's on a protein journey TM who really struggles with eating protein, hard-boiled eggs, the fact that I like them and they're a solid source of protein, it's like, okay, I need to eat them. And then the dining hall never really has them, so when they do have them, I have to eat as many as I physically can because I don't know when I'm going to get them back again. And so I had 4 at dinner one night, then the next day for lunch I had 4 again, and then I had 4 again the next dinner. And when I had the 4 of them for lunch, they also had cantaloupe. And low-key, it's been getting a little bit better, but fruit has been so hard to come by at the dining hall, besides like an apple and bananas, which I had 3 bananas this week, and all of them were so difficult to eat. I hate bananas, but I'm on somewhat of a fiber journey TM because historically speaking, I've never been good with fiber. And to put it in the least disgusting way, I should probably start focusing on my fiber. So, yeah. I just got a Canvas notification from Dynamics. I forget what I was talking about. Oh, fresh fruit's hard to come by. Sorry, why is this a thing? Oh, period. Homework solutions. Including homework 24, which is due tomorrow. I got the answers. I got the answers for the homework due tomorrow. That's exciting. I hate Dynamics. Probably because I don't really understand it. And I don't like it when I don't understand things, especially when I try. So, that's been a struggle. Anyways, back to fruit. It's been hard to get good fruit at the dining hall. There's always apples. I don't trust them because they're just out in the open and I don't know who's been touching them. And from firsthand, I've been told a story that a guy, he had a roommate. Now my things are being graded. It's like I just can't. Can I catch a break? Okay. I'm about to get another Canvas notification because I just got an email and I know it's coming and I'm going to be mad. Anyways, fresh fruit, hard to come by. I know firsthand a story that this one guy has a roommate who he has never seen him wash his hands, and he's been in the bathroom at the same time as him. Like, this guy has seen his roommate use the bathroom and not wash his hands after, and then, like, one time he ran into him in the dining hall, he saw him touching all the apples, and he didn't like any of them, so he, like, kept touching them and putting them back. So just knowing that people are putting their grimy little stinky pee-covered hands all over the apples, I'm like, I don't want to eat them. And also, half the time, the dining hall is Red Delicious, which is actually so disgusting. And the fact that tuition here is $90,000 and you guys can't get, and you guys are serving me Red Delicious apples is quite frankly insulting. because Red Delicious apples are anything but delicious. I just got the Canvas notification that I was talking about earlier, and now I'm mad. Also, Dynamics review sessions are always at the most inconvenient times. And life should revolve around me. So I have to miss yet another Dynamics review session because I have a stupid circuits lab from 7 to 9 p.m. Ugh. Anyways. Yeah, the apples here are disgusting. They're Red Delicious. I'm not going to eat those. That's disgusting. Red Delicious, more like red disgusting. More like red ew. Because they're gross. They're not delicious. It's a scam. It's Big Apple trying to get me to eat their apples by telling me that they're delicious when they're not. Anyways, they had cantaloupe at the dining hall at lunch the other day. And I was like, oh my god, this is kind of rare. So again, in the same way where I need to eat as many hard-boiled eggs as possible, I need to eat as much cantaloupe as possible. Is cantaloupe a good source of fiber? Is cantaloupe not keto? I can't type. Good sense? Good source. Have I been saying sense the whole time? Yes, cantaloupe is a good source of fiber according to AI overview. How many grams of fiber am I supposed to have a day? Because this says it is a good source of fiber, but there's 1.6 grams per cup. And it's not like I'm eating a gajillion cups of cantaloupe. Let me just voice type it. How many grams of fiber should I have a day? I would even add the question mark in there. 25 grams? I gotta eat 25 cups of cantaloupe a day. That is crazy. Anyways, they had cantaloupe. Should I say anyways one more time? Because I swear every 5 seconds I say anyways. And now I'm mad. The theme of today's podcast is I'm mad. I almost said it, but I'm not going to. They had cantaloupe at the dining hall. I filled up a bowl of cantaloupe because I was like, I need it. Then on top of that, then I saw that they had hard-boiled eggs. So I was like, okay, let me also get some of those. I didn't want to waste another bowl on 4 hard-boiled eggs. So I just put my 4 hard-boiled eggs on top of my cantaloupe. And then I brought it back to my table. Now, this past week at school has been like an admitted students open house thing. So tons of like high school people that are thinking about coming here have been here with their parents. And that includes in the dining halls. I sat my bowl down, went to go grab a fork, and on my way back to the table, a mom starts talking to me. And she's like, oh, do you go here, whatever, she was nice. And I was like talking to her about stuff, whatever. About how awesome it is to be here at Case. I love being a Spartan. CWRU, yes. She's talking to me. I make it back to my table. She's just kind of walking back with me to my table, and then I'm sitting and she's standing, and she's asking me some questions. And I have a bowl full of cantaloupe and 4 hard-boiled eggs and nothing else. That's all I ate for lunch that day. And I would not be surprised if she was like, I am not sending my son there because why are they eating 4 hard-boiled eggs and a bowl of cantaloupe for lunch? But it was delicious, and I mean, I highly recommend. They really need to have hard-boiled eggs there all the time. They're so good. Speaking of hard-boiled eggs, I've been gaslit by my friends that they eat them warm. That is crazy. Comment down below how you eat your hard-boiled eggs. Do you eat them cold or warm? There's a correct answer, and the correct answer is cold. Because why would you eat a warm hard-boiled egg? Then I was like, so y'all just make them one at a time? Yeah. Apparently, it's a normal practice to just be like, I'm kind of craving a hard-boiled egg. Let me make one and eat it right after I make it. No. You make them in bulk, and then you cool them, and then you have them for the next 3 days. And then when you buy hard-boiled eggs, they're cold. They're supposed to be eaten cold. I've never once in my life thought, let me eat a warm hard-boiled egg. That sounds so gross. The phrase hard-boiled egg is already kind of disgusting, but they taste good. But you add warm in front of it, warm hard-boiled egg, ew, no. I can't believe, I swear they're lying to me. I don't believe that people thoroughly enjoy, because I understand every once in a while being like, I really want a hard-boiled egg. And then it's like you make multiple, and then you just eat one of them right when it's done. Like, sure. You could be hungry. Maybe you want to experience the hell it must feel like to eat a warm hard-boiled egg. Then, like, you save the rest and they're cold. I don't understand the idea of eating them. Like, I never in a million years have thought, let me eat a warm hard-boiled egg. I can't get over it. I swear they're lying to me. I don't believe that people eat warm hard-boiled eggs. And if they do, it's not a more popular practice than eating them cold. I can't emphasize enough that it's so weird to me to eat a hard-boiled egg warm. I feel like they're meant to be eaten cold. And everyone was looking at me funny and laughing at me and pointing and kind of like kicking me. They kicked me to the ground, actually. They started beating me up because these are, by the way, these are the people I love and I call my best friends. They took my lunch money and they beat me on the floor in the middle of the dining hall. And they were calling me hard-boiled egg girl. And not only did it physically hurt, but it also emotionally and mentally hurt because I was getting bullied for eating hard-boiled eggs, hey, the normal way, cold. Anyways. I really don't know what else to talk about, gang. Back to my Instagram time limit. I found that I don't want my time limit to expire, so I don't open Instagram. So in a way, limiting myself to an hour has made me actually not open it at all. Now, I don't know how long this is going to last. Maybe it's only for today because today is like day 1. I mean, technically I put it in yesterday, but it was like that didn't count. I did it like later in the day, so but I need to lock in. And I need to work on self-discipline, which I'm doing an okay job of. I've been journaling every day, been reading at least 10 pages every day. And I have like a gajillion other things I talked about last week. Anyways, I don't think that I need to journal. I was journaling initially because I was like, I don't personally enjoy talking about my emotions very much. So I was like, let me write them down. That'll be good. But I also just don't think, especially like being on my happiness journey TM, and also the fact that I've been working out every day. Like, I've been in a great mood. I haven't had a bad day since spring break. I've had inconvenient things happen to me, but I don't let that bring me down because, again, I'm in such a good mood. And in the words of Carly Rae Jepsen, everything's going my way, and I like to get my way. Even when things go sideways, raining on my parade. There has been this weird thing recently where I feel like since spring break, maybe even a little bit before then, kind of a lot of things are actually going my way. And instead of stressing out about when that is going to inevitably end, I'm just going to be grateful that a lot is going my way right now. We'll see how I feel tomorrow after my physics exam, because that's probably not going to go my way. But I don't really think I need a journal, because I just kind of talk about what I've done every day. And I'm like, yeah, and for dinner I had a hot dog. Like, it's very uninteresting. And I'm not really talking about my emotions. I'm just kind of talking about what I'm doing. A little bit I talk about, like, how running makes me feel. But still, I don't really think that my emotions are, like, really an issue at the moment. So I don't really think I need to journal. But I might turn it into, like, a mindfulness thing. Like, this is what I'm grateful for today. Today I'm grateful for the air in my lungs and I don't know what else I'd be grateful for. That's kind of cheesy. I don't know. I feel like I got to figure out, because now it just kind of feels like a waste of time. Today I was like, yeah, I studied physics and I just came back from dinner. Like, it's like, I'm going to read this in 10 years and be like, my life was so boring. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. It would be really nice if you pitched in every once in a while. You never talk. You kind of just like leave it all to me. Let me talk about music for a hot second, because that's just what I always do. Let's look at my day list. My day list right now is classic cinema vibes animation Sunday night. And here's the proof that I'm not lying. And it's just kind of got a little bit of Zendaya on there. A lot of Kesha, some Iggy Azalea, Miley Cyrus, but Hannah Montana songs. Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, more Kesha. There's a lot of Kesha on here. Selena Gomez, Lady Gaga, Ashley Tisdale, yeah, and a little bit of Beyonce. Try some classic cinema vibes, animation, family-friendly films, McBling, cheerleading, and iconic. Now, what does animation have to do with my mood? Life is a Highway. That's on there. I don't know what that means. Animation? It has a lot of, like, movie soundtracks. I guess that's what they're trying to go for. But then there's also classic cinema vibes. But then there's also family-friendly films. And it's just like, there's Hamilton on here. That's embarrassing. I don't understand how this came to be. But then also there's like Fergie, who's not like, that's confusing. Also, it's time to lock in when you've listened to static noise for 10 hours. I was listening to that earlier today. Because it was time to lock in. Also, it's time to lock in when you're playing like 150 hertz frequency. I don't know what the different frequencies mean. Let me look at that really quick. Actually, no, I'm not going to look at that. Maybe we can save that for next week because my laundry is about to be done. I'd like to thank Beyonce, just cause. I'd like to thank the Academy, and I'd like to thank my parents for watching. I'll catch you guys next week. As promised, little bit of consistency coming. I almost didn't film, but I was like, no. We're on a self-discipline journey, TM, and I told you guys that I was going to be more consistent. And one thing that's important to me is actions matching words. So if I say I'm going to do something, I should do it. So, yeah. Didn't really talk about my happiness journey, TM, that much, but I mean, I feel like I've implied throughout this episode today that I'm doing great. And everything is going my way, and I like to get my way. Even when things go sideways, raining on my parade. Stream Carly Rae Jepsen, and have a fantastic week. When I come back next week, I will have seen Trisha Paytas live, so I can't wait to update you guys on that. And yeah, per usual, love you, Mom, love you, Josh. I hope everyone has a fantastic night, day, morning, midnight, if that's when you're deciding to watch this. And yeah, catch y'all next week. Good night.
Yeah, but Deborah.